Yay! Finally. I'm excited because, guys, this is my last 12 hours that I've been working flat out, and I can't wait to catch my flight at around 9 p.m. to be in Zimbabwe for farming, and hopefully you enjoy this ride. Whew! Engineering. Loving, but hey, hectic, guys. Finally, I'm in the eastern highlands of Zimbabwe, known as South-Veld by cattle ranchers, on a newly leased farm in a joint venture. The farm is 400 hectares with only 150 arable, and the rest is covered by msasa trees, acacia, mpankara, a few river streams. It has properties showing dire need of maintenance, barns no longer used, one working bowl out of the 3 with the others covered in stones. For me, guys, what I see, it's a golden opportunity to make $1 million cash sales per annum through cattle ranching. And together, I hope we can travel this journey in farming, honestly sharing the good and bad and how we rise above all those challenges to make it a successful business that will alleviate poverty, making Zimbabwe and Africa a better place to live, and hopefully encourage you all to treat farming as a business. Morning parade, it is a common term used to depict our morning meetings done every day in the morning at 6 a.m. by the pens. Matanga, which is the actual place of work, and here we task our security guard on duty to log in everyone so as to show who is in and absent. We discuss and address any issues regarding health and safety for both our workers and livestock. And lastly, we share our working plan for the day and targets. In modern countries, they have clocking cards systems, and these are relevant for payroll.
Date 12/11/2023. Then balance name and surname. Date Nora Zitaremu. Anenge aripo pa term yacho.
Kumenzi ndekuti munhu akanoka kubasa kana kuti munhu haapo kubasa aenda kupi tonyora reason yacho. I then give my employees safety working clothes to their joy from all the way in England. Imagine how they feel with so much pride and appreciation. Your workforce, guys, is your prized asset. We did site this place. It has been run down. There is a deep tank there which used to be for cattle. I intend to build cattle handling facilities here. So these guys that you see on the background, they are busy making the holes where we are going to put the upright post. From there on, where those 2 guys are standing, that's the cattle rest, and we intend to put a spray race on one side. We intend to put a bud box which feeds into the spray race, and we will also intend to put a cattle weighing or crush bed going further down there. We don't intend to keep our cattle here on a Monday to Friday. This is just when you want to work on the animals, when you want to select, grade them, and when you want to do specific jobs that we will probably be sharing with most episodes to come. As I head over to my neighboring farmer to negotiate for cheap gum trees, and I hope can buy them for as low as possible, possibly $1 for 2, as opposed to using treated poles worth $20 a pole. I find it a smart business decision since I'm just starting up, and these poles will be used to build cattle handling facilities that will last 5 years. I leave my guys working under the supervision of my farm manager. Inenge irife, inonzi irife, ituma kuka, inonzi irife, but inonzi wabatirira sekuru, nuwa unzo right. Atora tutu iwewe kana wazoshaya washaya, but kana wawana chimwe ndipo flat fee yakati. Satofamba nedhora futi. Tombona tosvika. Nombe zenji ichatsi. ngatiti akasvika 200 toti 120 akasvika 300 toti 200
Kita 130.
alright
Kita 130.
aiwa paitwa
Uti wachaura wega usekuruka. Ukama ita. Ndio zvakushwadi.
so tochikuita
nefoka tirataka.
atizi
Awo kuti kuchikira ichi.
feel aita basi
Aiwa kuti.
totenda so
Absolutely fantastic. Just got this post for a mere $200 for 400 posts, as opposed to spending 8,000 on fanciful treated posts. I say fanciful as most of us will overspend on structures that doesn't give you returns, soon suffocating your cash flow. I look forward to going back to the farm and meet Mark and Stephanie. These guys are seasoned cattle stud breeders and Boran and Beefmaster breeds, where I've purchased some of my reliable bulls and proven genetics that I'm crossing with predominantly Mashona heifers and cows adapted in this region of Sauerveld. As you shall see, I have other breeds because initially I was stubborn to start with a functional, adapted breed for my environment, and it costed me a lot of money and losses through maintenance, fatalities, less calving percentage, and so forth. For me, Mashona is the way forward, and I say with pride, Viva Mashona Keto.
panapa street handiti then machallenges arunokakamira sei pane vanokunetsa here
Kana utongonetsa ndo vanongova ni mombe munomu. Ndo vanonyanya kunetsa.
mind you guys, this is dry season. Dry season. Yeah? And this is not good. Yeah? This is not.
Ladies and gentlemen, Armstrong's got a wide variety of animals here. From Mashona cross Boran to Brahman to some Tudis. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're trying to breed is an adapted animal. I said to Armstrong, looking at his soil and looking at his trees here and everything, this is a very hard cattle farm. The Miamba woodland has got a very limited grazing capacity. The Masasa trees just drop leaves. You'll find that under a Masasa forest you won't find any grass, whereas under an acacia forest you'll find a lot of grass. So what we're trying to do, and I think Armstrong's on the right path, is to breed an adapted animal. This little heifer here is like the ideal sort of animal we're looking for. Not the bigger heifer behind her. Yeah, she's all right. She's got a bit of a hairy coat, not as slick coated, so she's going to attract more ticks. And that little heifer that we've just seen there, I believe will give you a calf every single year. The bigger heifer, I'm thinking, might give you 2 or 3 calves and then skip 1 year, 2 or 3 calves and then skip 1 year, which is, with the economy being so tight at the moment, we really need a calf a year out of each single female.
If you have 1,000 of that, you'll soon be a very rich man.
Did you hear that, guys? We're all in this. Yeah, as much as I want to feed the nation, but I also want to feed my pocket.
First feed home and then...
The Boran Mashona Armstrong in South Africa, they call it the golden cross.
Okay.
They all seem to turn out like that, and they all seem to make you money, like you said. You want to feed the nation, but you also want to feed your pocket, yeah.
So guys, when we talk about adapted breeds, you can see I've got so many here, but you can select a specific heifer and you say to yourself, this is a good standard. Yeah? Then you say to yourself, this is how they should all look like what Stephanie said. If you look at life, for example, if you look me and Mark here, I'm taller, yeah? He's slightly shorter, but he's got more balance, yeah?
So when you're looking for an animal, you want something which is that average. Yeah, that's what we call adaptation to the environment. So you have something long-legged. When we talk about long-legged, we are looking at that.
It's also a sign of later maturing, Armstrong. You want your heifers to fall pregnant early in life.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait 3 years for them to get pregnant. You want them to be pregnant at 2 years or earlier. So this long-legged, what we call a slabby animal with no capacity to eat all this dry grass and everything. Long-legged, slabby capacity and that. You can't live on this harsh environment.
If it's a female, you're going to wait a year longer for it to be getting pregnant. If you look at the other one that we looked at earlier, the brown heifer there, if you compare those two. If you farm extensively with cattle, you want to stay away from the later maturing animals. They suffer out in the extensive conditions, especially in Sourveld.
Mark, maybe you might share, why did you go? I know you've got beef masters, you've got Ngunis as well. Oh, sorry, not Nguni, Nkone,
Yeah.
But why did you go for a Boran to start with?
Armstrong, we went for Boran because before the year 2000 we had the Lome agreement where Zimbabwe was exporting beef, and to get a bonus, and the bonus was substantial. It was 25 pence per kg, which is about 35 US cents per kilogram for an animal that was 2 tooth and below, so it was about 20 months old, but the carcass had to be over 220 kgs. So in other words, you needed a big frame cow, a big bull. You'd wean the steers off the mother and they'd go straight into the feed pens, and then you'd sell them for the Lome agreement. They took probably about 6 months to get up to 450 kgs or more, yeah, in the feed pen. But the money was really paid a lot of money. So we imported semen from America, Beefmaster semen, very big animals. We had cows that weighed 700 kilograms. So we were looking for a very hardy, adapted breed that was good for herding, that could still look after itself, disease resistant, fertile and everything. And we looked and looked, and when we found the Boran. So the Boran is an adapted African zebra.
We're concentrating on the Boran for various reasons, but I think mainly for us it's adaptability, longevity, and then hardiness is one of the mainstays of that. And then the additive to that is also that you have an animal that is resistant to many of the tick-borne diseases, to the extent that you don't always realize this animal is not well, but she still survives. But for us, the Boran is just an absolute winner. It has been around, as Mark said, for more than 8,000 years in Africa.
I received an urgent call that my builder and the supplies for construction were ready for delivery. I decided to go in person and confirm with purchase as per request. Please do not shy away to confirm before or after delivery. A lot can happen in between the way, failing to receive what you have actually purchased. Meanwhile, I leave Brighton, one of my farm managers and animal scientists from Mudhara University, going through our breed and having a farming tutorial from Mark and Stephanie.
Alright, sandakukuitira zvatangoita last time ndakakupa chat ndibva ndakuisira order yemapipes akasiyana siyana. So ndakukupa list yemagalvanized pipes. I think about 2-inch. Ari popular, akawandera. Yekuti unoisa ma-threads. Ndise pa list. Sure. Boys, what is a good problem Kanyira? Any motor and an ear went up and river. You have to Having been satisfied with my material purchased and discussions on expectations with my builder and the driver, as they proceed to the farm, I then hurriedly pass through Pizza Inn and a local liquor store to buy drinks for our guests. Food plays an important role in Africa. It's not just for growing to alleviate poverty and food security of the country. It creates a conducive environment full of love and joy and breaks that tension. In England, coffee plays a similar key role. Guys, these are the tricks to build sustainable relationships.
Armstrong, what I'm saying is this lovely Mashona cow, look at her, very efficient. She's got very good capacity. She's milking a calf. This Mashona, good capacity, milking a calf. This one also. So these three animals have an unfair advantage of this taller animal. Okay. This taller animal probably has to eat 30% more grass than the three Mashonas here to fall pregnant again. She's got to fill up that big frame. So she's going to have to eat 30. This 1653 is going to have to eat 30% more grass to fall pregnant. So these young Mashona cows here have an unfair advantage. They're shorter, they've got far more capacity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Boran bull, very nice conformation. His back legs are good, which means he can go make cows. He's got a very nice sheath, which means he's not going to get thorns in his sheath or get disease problems. He's got a nice long tail to sweep off all the ticks and all the parasites. Like I say, large testicles means he's very fertile, which means that his heifers should fall pregnant early. The scientists say a bull with nice big testicles, his heifers should mature a lot earlier. He's polled, which means you don't have to dehorn him, or he might have 50% of his calves might be polled also, so you won't have to dehorn them. He's got very good pigment, lovely dark around his eyes, lovely dark muzzle, so he's going to have no problems with eye cancer or any problems like that. And he's standing nice and wide, which means he's got capacity to, if you do put him in the feedlot, he's going to do, his siblings will do well in the feedlot. So a lovely bull in very good conformation.
So if you're looking from here,
Yeah.
what would you say you can keep this carry?
So Armstrong, what I'd first go on is age. I'd mild them all. Those that have started to lose teeth, I'd let them bring up their calf and then sell them off.
Okay.
So first I'd age them all. Older cows must go. And then if you're not building up numbers, your taller animals that are not adapted to the sow veld, I'd get rid of all your taller animals also. Yeah. But as you say, the normal things are on fertility. If it doesn't produce a calf, it must go.
You can have maybe say 20 Borans there, but there are some which outperforms others. And that skill of knowing what to get rid of. So when you're looking for a bull as well, you should know your head and what you want that bull to come and improve in your head. Yeah, I am chasing 1,000 cows every year, and to achieve that, I need, in this environment, not this long legged. So if I'm going to buy bulls, I'm going to buy bulls which are not long legged. I'm going to buy those specific Borans from Mark actually, because I trust what he's going to sell to me, because he's the guy who sells you a bull, then after selling you a bull, he's got time that he makes. Remember, he's a farmer, that he comes to your farm and try to support you. Those are the people you want to work with. In our culture, guys, when someone visits, yeah, and when they share knowledge, people go to university to learn this and they pay thousands. Courtesy, yeah, just courtesy. This makes a huge difference. People look at me and say, how come you get along with this guy? You've gone and you've had coffee. They don't know by having that coffee I'm investing for life. Yeah? When I talk to Mark after 4 days or 1 year, I might call if I phone him, you answer. because he knows we've got a relationship. Your network, it's not knowing a certain banker who doesn't give you finance. Your network, it's people who influence you to grow.
After this tutorial on cattle, I realized despite 10 years, I've been limping up and down trying to farm in cattle. There is a lot to learn. By just looking at a cow, one can tell a story. You can even predict if it's going to give you calves every year or once in every 2 years. I'm starting to doubt this myth about being tall implies being big downstairs here. In Mashona we say Zizoyo Upenyu, and I can quote more and more of their intellects. Your network is your net worth, guys. These are the guys to work with. People who have been in the game for years. Anyway, I shall now go back and see progress on the construction of cattle handling equipment.
Yes. That's strong. And the you plus and the so no that munochera mbuisa footing andiri vaisa footing ndizvo wotaka already patori concrete pari kupinda zvidhina tu zvakadaiwo handiti cavity handiti then toisa waya ati uma hamudi hamuwaya mune ground handiti then toisa ipapa tank rodzika mukati handiti harisi kukwira
kana iri 1 meter ka hainaye ka complicated akaunda pakuenda nayo.
Alright. Alright.
Time ya ready bila kuongea. Kama
with further instructions to the builder, I feel pleased so far with the progress of the day.
Today's progress, what we've just done, because there was a bit of chaos when we got here. There's always discussions around how much are you going to pay me or not. But the good thing is we've managed to do a lot of work today.
It's important after such a hard day's work to treat your employees. And luckily for us, we have a local place we go for braai barbecue at Cheetahs and Cheers with the whole team to eat and have opportunities to continue building the team so as to make them appreciate the journey in front. Benefits all of us. We need to remove that mindset of us and them to ours. And in later episodes, I shall discuss processes, systems, and structures that develops your organizational culture, the way they behave, the way they do things. In the next episode, as we farm with Mudhara Kamombe, some do try to call me Mr. Kamombe or Sir, but it is indeed just Mudhara Kamombe. We shall be fighting the biggest thief of cattle in Zimbabwe, January disease, and how to safeguard such that our fatalities are close to zero when many have closed matanga. Closing is when you have lost all your cattle. And again, this is an exciting period at our farm as more cows starts calving and we are welcoming new family members. Please don't forget to subscribe.